Welcome, foolish mortals. This is your ghost host Silver Stix here for another Stix Top 6, where I count down the best and worst that theme parks have to offer. Alrighty, ghosts and ghouls, it's officially that spooky time of the year again, where we can get our costumes on and eat some candy till we vomit. That's right, it's Halloween time. And if you thought theme parks would ignore such a tremendous holiday, you'd be surely mistaken. In fact, there's an absolute boatload of awesome, one-of-a-kind Halloween events hosted in all the major theme parks, and if you couldn't tell by the title, that's what I wanted to talk to you all about today, as we count down the top 6 best Halloween events at theme parks. So get your candy bags ready, we're jumping right into this. Kicking this list into motion, we have Six Flags with its incredible Fright Fest event held yearly, except of course this year thanks to, well, you know. However, they still are doing a Halloween event this year. It's just called Howl-O-Fest, and it's still got a lot of the features you can find at Fright Fest, but it's still a lot lesser of an event, and it'll be gone as soon as this virus is gone. So, for the sake of this list lasting longer into the future, our number 6 spot will still go to Fright Fest specifically, okay? Okay, so with that disclaimer out of the way, Six Flags Fright Fest is essentially the watered-down version of Halloween Horror Nights. It still has haunted houses, mazes, and scare zones, it still has limited-time food and drink options, and it still has super scary scare actors running around. However, it's all on a much tighter budget than Universal, so it definitely has some cheap cheesiness to it, but it's all still very scary. Let me just put it this way, if you're a fan of Halloween Horror Nights, then you're gonna be a fan of this event. It's as simple as that. And did I mention during Fright Fest you're actually able to ride some of the roller coasters with the scare actors right next to you, making for one unusual, one-of-a-kind Halloween experience that you definitely won't get at Halloween Horror Nights. That part, in my opinion, is in of itself worth going for, because it's such a strange and cool thing to be able to say you've done, but hey, that's just me. Fright Fest may not be perfect, but all of its cons are heavily weighed out by all of its pros, so in my humble opinion, it is absolutely deserving of a spot on this list. It's a wonderful event. Swimming on over to SeaWorld for our number 5 spot today, where we can celebrate Spooktacular, a family-friendly Halloween event that encourages younger guests to dress up and have all the Halloween fun they could possibly ask for, with trick-or-treat trails, limited-time Halloween merch, special meet and greets, limited-time games, limited-time food and drinks, and of course, how could we forget a much milder maze that you can still walk through with more wholesome Halloween surprises, as opposed to straight-up jump scares. Not to mention the entire park is decorated for the spooky season, so even if you're just waiting in line for a random ride, there's always going to be some Halloween atmosphere creeping in around you, which is just awesome. As if SeaWorld wasn't well-themed enough, as is. This event just adds to its perfection. Most of the cast members are in character, the candy that they give out in the trick-or-treat trails is actually great, like Smarties, Airheads, and Tootsie Rolls, just to give you an idea, so you'll actually be walking out of the park with a few goodies even if you don't purchase anything, and that right there is a sign of a great event. So, with all that, if you're looking for a slightly tamer Halloween adventure that still provides a lot of fun and entertainment for the whole family, then SeaWorld Spooktacular is definitely the place to be. Making our way over now to Legoland, where we can visit their annual event with the greatest pun-inspired name of all time, Legoland's Brick or Treat. This is a cute, kooky little family experience Legoland puts on yearly where they decorate their whole park with Lego ghosts, pumpkins, skeletons, and much, much more. They even decorate their miniature models with tiny Halloween features. And if it's those small little details you're on the lookout for, they also do a yearly candy corn scavenger hunt that once you win, you receive a one-of-a-kind brick-or-treat Lego brick, and then you'll be entered into a massive raffle to win a bunch of other awesome prizes. However, getting away from the smaller details for a moment, the main activities you'll find at this event are some amazingly entertaining stage shows, tons of one-of-a-kind Halloween Lego meet and greets, massive cooperative Lego builds, tons of impressive Lego models, and of course, an incredibly fun trick-or-treat trail that features airheads and M&Ms, as well as some healthier treats to enjoy as well, like Go-Go Squeezes and Welch's Fruit Snacks. This is a really fun event, guys, honestly. Maybe I'm just a sucker for Legoland because it's already super underrated and I just want to give it more attention, but they really do put a lot of time and energy into this event every year, and I definitely recommend checking it out if you can. You will soon realize just how much fun it truly is. Moving our way over to Busch Gardens, where we can face our fears and take on the terrors that await us in their yearly Howl-O-Scream event. Another fantastic pun, by the way, A+ job, but this event, however, isn't so child-friendly. It's essentially your one-stop shop for anything and everything Halloween-related. All ramped up to 100, all with a beyond reasonable price range and a wonderful Busch Gardens aesthetic. Just like Fright Fest or Horror Nights, Howl-O-Scream features plenty of scare zones to explore and horrifying mazes to endure. A ton of limited-time merchandise, snacks, and drinks, and of course, all your favorite thrill-tastic Busch Gardens coasters open late alongside the event. So when you're not getting your blood pumping from the non-stop scares, you can go on some of the most pulse-pounding coasters of all time to, relax with. And speaking of pulse-pounding moments, the absolute best part of this event is it usually has some of the all-time scariest haunted houses out of any other Halloween celebration, and that's definitely worth mentioning. Overall, this is a fantastic event to visit if you have some free time, or especially if you're on a slightly tighter budget. It may be a little intense for some audiences, but for general masses, I 100% recommend Howl-O-Scream. You'll be howling and screaming about how fun it was as soon as it's over. I can assure you of that. Scurrying on over to Walt Disney World, specifically Magic Kingdom, for our next pick today, where we can meet up with some of Disney's greatest and rarest to see villains in the fun for all ages epic extravaganza, Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. And before I totally go off about how fantastic this event is, I must say, this one is absolutely worth going to. If you're perhaps on the fence about it at all, let me set your fears aside. It's 100% worth the money. I mean, come on, $80 and you get full access to the Magic Kingdom, usually with a much lower crowd, all at night, so you get the best experiences you could possibly have on each attraction, and that's not even mentioning the event itself. With all the frightfully fun decorations, character meet and greets, ride overlays that change the way you look at some of your favorite attractions, some of the best Disney foods you could ever imagine, all limited to the event itself, of course, trick-or-treat locations with generally short lines, some of the best parades of the whole year, and of course, amazing stage shows and light shows to end your night as well. I'm telling you guys, this event is packed to the brim with content for you to enjoy. There won't be one stale moment that you're in there, but hopefully afterwards you're able to eat all your candy before it gets stale. Alrighty, ghosts and ghouls, as most of you could have probably guessed, for our number one pick today, the guaranteed primetime Halloween event lies simply in Universal Studios, where we can take on the most horrifying haunts of the season in the one-of-a-kind legendary event, Halloween Horror Nights. Now this is where the true horror of Halloween lies, with several of the scariest haunted houses you could possibly conjure in your mind, scare zones that'll excite and fright even the most hardcore of horror fans, limited time food and drink options that are truly to die for, some of the coolest merch ever that you'll be able to rock all year long. Of course, Universal's insane collection of rides and attractions will remain open as well for you to enjoy and cool down with while taking in all the scares, and of course there's an amazing tribute store that any horror fan will simply swoon over, without a doubt. Simply put, this is the premier Halloween event each year. I think just about anybody would agree with that. The smell of the fog, the eerie and incredible tweets spreading hype throughout the year, the scrims being put up around the park as the event is building up. I mean, every single minute detail about this event is simply perfect in each and every way. There's no excuse to skip out on this one. The tickets are affordable, the experience will stick with you for an eternity, and to be extremely blunt with you, it's just fun. It's a great celebration of everything that makes Halloween, Halloween. And I really cannot recommend going to this event enough. It will absolutely, doubtlessly, blow your freaking socks off. It is seriously that wonderful, and I need you to take my word for it. Alrighty then, ladies and germs, that'll about wrap up today's Stix Top 6 Best Halloween Events at Theme Parks. I hope you didn't get scared too bad, and hopefully you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider leaving a like, comment, subscribe, and share the video around. It'd mean a lot and help out a ton. Also, please leave in the comments what your favorite theme park Halloween event each year is, so we can start a conversation down there. But anyway guys, this is your ghost host, Silver Stix, returning to the underworld. I hope you have a great rest of your day, mortals. Farewell.